cool. But anyways, we are about to record episode 257. Let's go. Wow. Maybe, of course. Give it a second, guys. Welcome to the show. 257. If you are just now like hopping on the the Facebook, what's up, guys? How's it?
Yo.
I don't know if we got some views happening. I don't know if that's but I'm getting it going.
I'm trying to find the Facebook video to share it.
It's in the group.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do it. Woo! Yo, and hello and welcome to the 257th episode of Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, youtube.com/CreateForSanity, and facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Also, be sure to join the community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. This show is two childhood BFFs and a brand new BFF bringing you all things video games. I'm one of your hosts, Mlb the Show, alongside Brent Bisky Bass, dude.
Dang, Bisky.
Bisky.
I just turned into a giant.
A giant woman.
Oh, what's going on, man? It feels weird not having to introduce Devin over here, you know what I mean?
Devin Dingledorf Mayer, dude.
Oh, wow, that's it. Man, you're on fire today. You got some good ones up the sleeve.
We miss you, Devin. Yeah, he's no longer with us. No, I'm just kidding. No.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. No.
To this episode.
He's fine. His car is not, though, so he was not able to make it to this episode.
Very unfortunate car trouble. Sorry if I look like I'm just not paying attention to the episode. I'm just
looking for the
trying
live
to find
feed.
Facebook, Facebook's just not working with me today, and I'm about to give up on it so I can just, live my best life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think it just popped up for me, so I know it's happening. Hold on. We're doing the...
No, don't worry about it. It's okay.
I mean, we probably should.
I'm going to worry about it, yeah.
Oh, but it's like showing like stuff from a while ago, it looks like. It looks like Facebook is being a big dumb.
Facebook be doing that. Well, it's okay.
Yeah. Anyways, hopefully somebody on the Facebook can see it, and it's only us that can't see it. But either way, how's your week been, Brent?
Pretty great, man. I've been watching the television a lot. I watched, it's been like 2 weeks, so I don't know. I can't remember what the last thing we talked about was. Did I tell you I finished Hunter x Hunter?
Yes.
I told you about that.
I believe you did, yeah. I believe we talked about...
I don't know if we talked about it on air. I know we talked about it, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Anyways, that was a big deal. I watched one of the movies, which was pretty good.
How good, though?
It was good enough to watch. I'm probably not
worth a watch.
Yeah, if you think about it like a 3-episode arc or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it like it was just the worst thing ever. So
it wasn't the worst thing ever. It was you get to see a little more of like Netero in action. You get to see a little bit of Leorio. You know what I mean?
You get to see, what does Leorio do? That's what I want to know. Like, what do you mean in action? Does he fight?
Well, he uses... Well, I don't want to spoil the whole thing,
Yeah.
But he uses Nin to defend himself. Like, he, focuses his Nin into his, arms and, protects himself from an attack from somebody who throws like a super powerful attack at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing about Leorio is like the Shaggy of
They're
Hunter x
kind
Hunter.
of dissing on Leorio in the movie, and it was making me pissed off.
Who was
dude.
dissing on him?
Everybody. Fucking, like, every time he would show up in a scene and, like, Karapika would be in the scene, they would be like, Karapika! Oh, what's up? How we missed you! And they would just, like, completely ignore Leorio, and he'd be like, I'm here, too! And
Yeah, about that. Dude, Leorio is, like, one of my favorite characters. I
Me
don't care what
too.
anybody says.
Me too. He's that boy.
He's that boy. He's like, and like, even old Beaver chick, like, was just like, you have like the greatest heart anybody's ever had. And, like,
That was the best thing about this movie is that you have Beaver Chick in it, you have Bisky and Glasses guy get back together. The kid who's fucking
Zushi?
Yeah, Zushi. Who's Zushi's
Wing.
Yeah, Zushi's the kid?
Yeah.
Wing, yeah, okay, so Wing and Bisky get back together, and Zushi is a floor master at the
Oh, damn.
yeah, so
Zushi's a floor master?
Yeah, he's a floor master at the
Is he still like a little kid, or is he like grown up a little bit?
He's still a kid, but he's like, he got a little more jacked. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Zushi, I always knew Zushi had it, dude.
And Hisoka, I can't stand the Hisoka thing. Like, it's starting to piss me off at this point, because, like, he just sits there in the background the whole movie, like, flipping cards and shit. And,
but
like,
never does anything?
Not really. Like, he kind of, like, comes in at one point and, like, I can't remember what he did, but it wasn't very important. Like, I kept expecting the big, like, Hisoka moment in the movie. You know what I mean?
The thing about Hisoka is that everybody wants more of Hisoka. Like,
yeah.
we want to know, like, how strong is he?
Yeah, to his fullest extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
how much of him is just dicking around? You know what I mean? Like.
He's just like trying to fight Chrono and shit,
breaking his fingers to play dodgeball.
That's
for
what I was
fun,
saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like if the dodgeball was enough to break his fingers and kind of fuck him up, I imagine he can't be as powerful as they make him seem.
I don't necessarily, because his power is really just like rubbery, like sticky
and gum.
But it's like, he's creative and smart and super duper fast. You know what I mean? Because in that fight with Coin Guy, he was, like, flying around the trees super fast. And, like, I don't know. I think what makes Hisoka dangerous is, like, his tactics. You know what I mean?
His strategy.
And his ability to, like, adapt, like, how he pretended to lose an arm in that one fight and stuff. You know what I mean? His, like...
Yeah.
It's
but
like...
even then, it's like he was still bad enough to have to lose an arm. You know what I'm saying? It's like... I feel like if he were to have gone up against, like, a Chimera ant, like, one of the...
I was about to say, most of the Chimera ants he probably would have fucked up, but I think Chimera Ant King or most of the Royal Guard probably would have fucked him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, is, like, could he have fought P2?
He probably couldn't have fought P2. He probably couldn't have fought...
Poof or...
what's his name? Actually, I don't know. He might have had a better chance against the big red guy than fucking,
I forget the red guy's name.
Than Shoot and Knuckle. You know what I mean? Like...
Oh, you think he... Oh, better than them. Yeah, of course. But that's because, like, they make him, like, but, like, I don't know. And then Killua, like, said something about, like, the aura from P2 where he was like, it was like my brother and Hisoka's aura times, like, 10,000 or something like that. So I was like, okay, so Hisoka's not this, like, unbeatable...
No.
Like, in my head, I had it that he was just, like, the best,
Well, and also, Hisoka kind of got shook by Illumi at that one point, you know what I mean? Like, whenever he made the joke about killing Killua, and Illumi kind of, like, on him, and he was like, yo, I'm just joking.
That was the other way around.
No.
Wait, you're talking about...
Hisoka's like, if the time comes, do you care if I get him? And
yeah.
Illumi's like...
Okay, I mixed that up because I just like I'm in the Chimera Ant arc already. Like I started like at the beginning of this week, and it's just been nonstop. Like while I'm working, it's playing in the background. Like this is my third watch through, so it's not like I have to be focused the whole time.
Yeah.
Now I just listen to it like a podcast. Like I'll just be like listening to it, and then like whenever parts that I'm like really interested in comes, I'll just like sit there and stare at it. But like, it's just like there's nothing this good. There's nothing.
It's so good. I want more so bad. I got punked by an April Fool's thing that was like more Hunter x Hunter coming. I was like
2023. I'm like, dude, no.
That was the one April Fool's joke that really pissed me off this year. You know what I mean? They got me good on that one.
I really do feel like it is going to come back this year. Like, I don't know why. I just feel it in my bones. So, like,
I don't feel like it's that out of the question, right?
It's been like 3 years.
Had like plenty of a break. You know what I mean? Like, this seems like kind of a George R.R. Martin type situation. You know what I mean? Where everybody's waiting for him to write the next thing. You know. But it's like he's had plenty of time, and it's super successful. He knows he's got one of the best animes ever. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe he doesn't want to, like, tarnish it by adding to it or something.
Yeah, but how could you fuck up with the dark content? Also, every single arc, it has, like, 4 or 5 different chess games being played at one time. Like, dude, the guy has to be a literal fucking genius. Like, how do you think that deeply on all these different things and then make them connect?
I think what's great about the show is that it's deep like that, but it's also extremely simple. Like, it's like a Dragon Ball Z level simple, like for most of the show. Like, but a lot of what makes the show great isn't necessarily like the direct plot. It's like the relationships between the characters deepening and stuff, and like I don't know.
Well, and how they always have a way to get out of something. Like, it's like every time. It's not like, oh, well, he just raised another power level, so therefore he's going to be fine. You know, it's like they have to, like, come up with some strategy that, like, he always puts them in, like, this box, and then you're like, fuck, well, they're in this box, and then they have to, like, find a way out. It's like an escape room. Every fight is an escape room for the main characters, and, like, I don't know why, but I used to always, like, whenever the first time I watched it, I was, like, trying to guess, like, okay, they're totally going to do this to get out of it or whatever, and then you throw your expectations off and fucking kill one of them.
Yeah,
and
or
you're like,
break through the wall when they're doing the Hunter exam part. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, what? Why it's so smart, dude? But
I definitely feel like it all kind of comes back to the fucking speech Gene gives at the end about how he's like, he wanted so bad to do the archaeology discovery or whatever, and then it all just ended up being the smile on his friends' faces when they finally went in the tomb. You know, that's basically just a parable for the entire
show. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and Gon's experiences throughout the show. You know what I mean? It basically just sums up everything. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the thing. Sometimes it's the stuff along the way that, like, you don't realize that thing. It's like, dude, he's just dropping these, like, quotes, and I'm like,
that was such a great scene where he's sitting there and the birds are like, and he's like, quiet, and they all shut up.
But yeah, all right. Enough about Hunter x Hunter. Sorry, we could talk forever about that. But
by the way, guys, if y'all are out there watching the show right now in the chat or whatever, drop us some questions to read later in the show. I forgot to ask for questions from you guys, and we can use all the questions about anything
in the world.
Anything in the world.
Yeah, and and then we got to say R.I.P. the GameSpeak dog. Farley has passed, but his spirit is still here with us in the podcast.
Definitely not forgotten.
No, definitely not. Now we don't have, like, hot breath on our legs the whole time.
No, yeah.
We're, like, trying to record. Like, he'd normally just be, like, under us, knocking the green screen.
He literally would just sit underneath our chairs the whole episode, you know. It's going to be weird.
It is. But, all right, so we're going to jump on
before we jump into the news, I got to talk about 2 more things.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Did you watch the Halo TV show?
I refuse, no. I told you.
So, like, my thing about the Halo TV show going up. What up, Chris? Nice to see you here. Nice to have you join us. If you think of any good questions for our questions segment, please drop them in the thing.
Yeah, we'll answer them later.
Chris, did you check out the Halo TV show, or any of you in the chat? I was just talking to Jamel here. Basically, I don't know, like, when I was going into the Halo TV show, I'm expecting it to have, like, super good, like, graphics and stuff, and, like, the story to be kind of dog shit. But I think it was kind of the opposite for me. Like, I feel like the animation and stuff, the CG was kind of dog shit.
Really?
And the story was actually pretty good. You know what I mean? Like,
was the story good?
I was super interested in it. Yeah. So, like, okay, you know, obviously the Covenant's the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We haven't got the Flood yet.
No, we haven't got the Flood yet. But also, I feel like the real bad guy here is the UNSC. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's like
That's
Master
deep.
Chief, like, battling with his, like, you know, protocol and his directive. And like
Yeah,
Captain
politics.
Halsey's character is like cloning like fucking like humans and shit. So there's like other Halseys and stuff, and they won't like let the Cortana program go off the ground because Halsey's doing all this mad scientist shit, and they're like having to shut down all their programs and stuff.
Yeah.
So far, like the story is actually really interesting, but like there's some hella cheesy like animations. Like there's a point where he gets shot, and like it does the shield noise. It's like boom, 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 and I'm like, oh come on, guys, yeah, you're gonna really do the shield noise from the game?
It's like of everything that you could have done from the game, like you give us the shield.
But I will say this, it was super brutal. Like the show starts with like these kids like this little like in a tribe, and they're like smoking drugs in the woods together, and like the Covenant just like comes out of nowhere and just like explodes one of the kids, and like his blood goes there. It was fucking hardcore. I was like, oh my god.
What do you mean explodes him?
Like explodes him. Like
it
fucking
shows
like
it on screen?
Yeah, dude, they shoot him with like a plasma cannon or something, and he just explodes everywhere, and then it's like a fucking like Saving Private Ryan scene where like one of the main characters, I guess, is like kind of basically going through a town as the Covenant just like comes through and just fucking kills the shit out of everybody. Like it's a really hardcore fucking scene, but the animation is kind of crappy. Like I will say, like the elites leave to something to be desired. I don't know what it is. It's just like a stiff, janky kind of animation. But like overall, it was a cool scene. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're fighting like this, so it's like this tribe kind of on some like outer planet that doesn't really know about the Covenant yet. Like this is right at the beginning of the Covenant invasion. They think it's all UNSC propaganda or whatever. So they're just kind of like blissfully living in their own little settlement, And like the Covenant shows up and just starts fucking them up. You know what I mean? And like,
how many episodes are there?
There's only one episode out right now.
Oh, okay.
And you can actually watch it on YouTube right now. You don't even have to have Paramount Plus. But yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, who's playing Master Chief?
It's like Pablo something, right?
Pablo Shiver.
Yeah. Don't know who he is.
He's okay. I honestly was defending him hella hard before the show, but like, like there are moments where he's really good, and there are moments where he's like a little too emotional for Master Chief. You know what I mean? Like, but still, it's really interesting so far. I'm very thoroughly enjoying it. Definitely gonna watch the next episode.
That's good to hear. I think for the show at least.
Yeah.
Not for you.
I'm hoping they get the animation. I think they might have tried to go a little big on the first episode. You know what I mean? I think maybe like they'll have less like things they're trying to animate on screen at once in the future, and maybe it'll look a little more, because like, okay, Master Chief himself looks good, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but does he sound good? That's
like,
my problem.
Okay, most of the time, he sounds okay. It's like the time, I don't know, there's a point where he takes his helmet off, and I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it takes away from like the fact that he's like this hero. Like, I don't understand.
I don't care if he takes it off for a second, but like put it back on. You know what I mean? What do you think if Johnny Depp just played Master Chief? That's what Chris says.
I mean,
in the chat.
Like that's something.
Hang on, actually, let's save that for our
we'll save that for
questions.
Who should have played? We'll make it who should have played Master Chief, or who could have. But
and also, I'm sorry. My other thing I want to talk about before we jump into the news is I just totally wrecked everybody at a Smash Bros tournament at my work. Fucking.
Oh, nice.
It was a work tournament? It was a work tournament, so I can't get too hyped about it. But I won a free dinner for two at 1836 Steakhouse.
They didn't know what they were doing.
They didn't know what they were doing.
They were probably like, "Oh, dude, we're totally good. I remember I used to play this on the N64."
I think that's the
Brent
problem. Is like, most of them are like 20. I've been doing this literally since before they were born. You know what I mean? Like,
Papa Brent had to
come in here. Fucking put it on them. Some of them were pretty good. I had some stiff competition. It wasn't just a wash. You know what I mean?
It ain't no Twitter feed, bro. This shit's about to get real.
I had to go in and show them how we do it.
That's what I like to hear, dude. I'm glad that you're repping the game speak powers, dude. You should have like each like victim just like, yeah, check out GameSpeak podcast.
I got to try the Kingdom Hearts character, Sora.
Oh, how was that? Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I haven't touched Smash Bros in like years.
I haven't played much either, but I still got it.
I still got it. Wait, all right, let's jump into the video game news. Just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply just bringing them here so you can get them all in one place from your boys.
The boys.
Let's start with some big news. There's actually like a couple big things that happened, but this one I think is probably the biggest. Sony has finally revealed its Xbox Game Pass competitor, an all-new PlayStation Plus that brings together the existing PS Plus and PS Now into a 3-tier subscription service that includes up to 700 games and access to retro games at the top tier. That's a weird one to put at the top tier, but it will open for some markets in June and roll out worldwide regionally after that. After months of reports and even longer being speculated about, Sony finally revealed the new service. It consists of 3 tiers: PlayStation Plus Essential, PlayStation Plus Extra, and PlayStation Plus Premium as part of the move. I like how each one makes it sound like it's like amazing. Essential plus Extra, and then it's Plus Premium. But anyways, PS Now will be closed with members migrated to the Premium tier with no change to prices at launch. So at its top tier, the new PS Plus will offer more than 700 games for streaming or download, including streaming on PC, and the library will be regularly refreshed, is what they say. PS3 games will be available as streaming-only titles, while PS1, PS2, and PSP games will come with download or streaming options. Sony has made clear that, it's like,
why not the PS3? Like, that's so strange.
It really is. It says Sony has made clear that, at least for now, first-party exclusives will not be launched into the service for any tier, unlike Game Pass.
Except they also have announced that Returnal is going to be available like at launch. So.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about same day, like day and date launch.
Same day, yeah.
It says the service will launch with the likes of Death Stranding, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11, and Returnal.
That's a pretty hot lineup.
It is a hot lineup.
But most people have already played those, you know? I mean, like, I'm not saying, you know.
Yeah, it's not much different from Game Pass.
If you're just getting a PlayStation, though, and you're like, you know, haven't been in the PlayStation ecosystem for long, who do I main on Smash? We'll save that for the questions, the viewer questions.
Yeah, sorry, we forgot to ask questions.
We're saving every themed question to for our questions. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're kind of assholes like that, but we forgot, so now you guys must pay the price.
Yeah.
We're putting it on to the consumer. So
so just have to stick around to the end now.
It won't be long.
But yeah, no, it definitely doesn't compete with Game Pass for the sole thing that you're not getting the games the day they come out, you know? But PlayStation Now, first of all, if you're already paying for PlayStation Now, this is a huge bonus for you because it's like $15 a month or something for PlayStation Now right now, which is outrageous, you know? But it'll stay the same price essentially, and you'll get PlayStation Plus added onto it, so you won't be paying for 2 different services. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know. There's definitely pros and cons. Like when you hold it up, apples and oranges to Game Pass, like everybody wants to do. Like obviously, Game Pass is a better deal. You know what I mean? Like there's no comparison. You know, but when you look at it independently, and you know, it's not a bad option. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Like, this implies lots of cool things for PlayStation owners. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, it's not as great as Game Pass. You know what I mean? But it's way cooler than PlayStation, you know, Now used to be. And it's way cooler than PlayStation Plus is as it is now, you know? And, if you just like how PlayStation Plus is, how it is now, you're not going to have to change anything. Like, the lowest tier is exactly the same as normal PlayStation Plus currently. So, you know, it's not forcing anybody to, pay more in the long run if they don't want to. And you're not going to, get less for paying less. You know what I mean? But,
you know, it is a good it gives the PlayStation owner something similar to Game Pass, at least.
And once I run through my backlog, I'll probably try it out for a month or 2 just to see kind of how it is. Yeah.
The new series will roll out regionally, beginning in several markets in Asia in June, followed by North America, Europe, and the rest of the world. No specific dates have been offered as of yet.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's some pretty big news there.
That is some big news there.
Yep. Brent, what you got?
All right, Nintendo has announced that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed from its original 2022 window and will not launch on time in 2022. Instead, the game has been given a spring 2023 window. Series producer E.G. Aonuma announced in a video update. So, they probably saw Elden Ring. They're like, fuck, we got to step it up, dude.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, Elden Ring came in and took what the, Breath of the Wild was and just made it into the best possible thing it could be. So I really don't know how they're going to come out with kid version of that, But,
dude, yeah.
Also they delay every Zelda game. Every Zelda game ever has been delayed. So this is not a big deal. But at the same time, that kind of takes away from the big titles that were supposed to be here this year for Nintendo. Now we got Kirby and
which is already out.
Pokemon, yeah, which was kind of like a stepping stone for the other Pokemon that'll be coming.
Is that coming this year?
I think that is coming this year.
Holiday this year? Or?
Something like that. I can't remember. But I do know it is coming this year, though.
What else does Nintendo have up their sleeve? The soccer game. Strikers is coming. That's going to be fun. But
it's all the B-tier stuff. Yeah. We're not getting a mainline Mario or a mainline Donkey Kong or a mainline,
Are they about to drop a new Xenoblade Chronicles? I know a lot of people are into that, especially in Japan.
Yeah, but what about us? There's barely any Americans that if you mention Xenoblade Chronicle that they're just like, what?
Bro, okay, speaking of new stuff, hold up. I got some. Can I just go ahead and read another article real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Drop the article. And Yash, thank you for the follow, sir. Or the like.
Okay, this is super exciting to me. I'm sure Devin would be excited if he was here. The second annual MetaQuest Gaming Showcase will air on April 20th.
Ooh.
So that's right around the corner. And last year is when they announced Resident Evil 4 VR, which ended up being
was amazing.
One of the best VR games I've ever played. And they announced Grand Theft Auto San Andreas VR and Splinter Cell VR and
which we
Assassin's
still haven't
Creed
seen
VR. A bunch of stuff.
Of it.
Well, we haven't seen it, but we know it's out there, and we got to be one step closer. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Maybe at this showcase they're gonna show actual gameplay footage.
Exactly.
From San Andreas.
Honestly, San Andreas is the one that I think they're probably the closest on. The way they talk about it, it seems like it's right around the corner. I just want to be able to take a car in VR and drive across the map and then get out of the car. I just think that's going to be a really cool VR feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really think they're trying to find a workaround with the prostitution thing. I think that's why this game is taking so long.
You don't think they're just going to have some polygon chick just give you a handy?
just reach
hot
up
coffee,
get you a fucking handy in San Andreas. No, I don't think so.
I gotta figure something out.
I feel like I feel like they could make it a big joke and just leave it how it is, where you both just sit there and the car just moves back and forth.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Honestly, I don't think anybody would be mad about that. That would be really funny.
It would be hilarious. Anyways, but yeah, so that's exciting. I don't have VR yet, but that's still really exciting.
They'll probably show some metaverse stuff too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's what we'll
all kinds
see.
of hot stuff to talk about there.
Yeah. Okay. So the Halo team, 343 Industries is under some pressure, and you can tell by what they just said here.
Uh-oh.
Says 343 Industries has spoken up on the issue of lack of new content in its multiplayer, which has made a bunch of people angry.
And also the lack of multiplayer and campaign mode.
Yeah, co-op.
Yeah, we didn't even get that yet.
It says they said that the team does understand the community is simply out of patience. That was quotes. So 343 community director Brian Gerard took to Reddit to speak to Halo Infinite fans and let them know that the team is, quote, certainly not happy to be unable to meet player and community expectations, end quote. However, he also reassures that meaningful content is on the way. It's just unfortunately taking time.
In the meantime, we've got Caddy.
Yeah. Says, quote, there are indeed a lot of challenges and constraints, Gerard said. We're certainly not happy to be unable to meet player and community expectations. It's a difficult situation that's going to take the team time to work through. Right now, the focus is on Season 2, and we'll have more to share on that in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, a lot of production planning, costing, planning, hiring, etc. is all happening, which doesn't really lend to detailed regular updates. We understand the community is simply out of patience and, frankly, I think understandably tired of words. We just need some time for the team to get the details sorted, and then we can certainly share as much as we can. So this sounds like they're pretty far behind. Like the fact that they're coming out and being like, you know, we're sorry, we understand you're out of patience, and we know you're tired of words, but here's some words. And we'll
They're
share
like, look,
more.
it's a miracle we got the game out of all, okay?
and to end it with, we'll share more when we can. That means, like, bro, like, y'all just leave us alone. But the player count for Halo Infinite's multiplayer has dropped so significantly, like, since it came out. Like, it's sad.
I mean, it was fun for a second, but it's kind of like that Splitgate game, you know? Like, it's cool for a little bit, and then it just gets old, you know? Like,
I mean, no offense to Halo. I love Halo, love Xbox, but it was just like too.
At this day and age, you gotta have a little something.
Yeah,
you know
you gotta have a little something more.
Like,
you know,
Fortnite fucking changes half the map every week. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go the extra mile these days to keep us entertained. You know what I mean? Like, not my fault that the game has changed. You know?
It's not my fault the game's changed. Yeah, no, I feel that, and like. All I can say is that get the co-op out. That should have been first thing, you know.
Dog.
And when you drop co-op, you have to drop DLC because you got to give us a reason to go back. You know, quote Jeffrey Lewis says, "Hey guys, shit happens. A big deal." Our bad. 343. No, it's true though. You know, like that's basically what they're saying is like we're not gonna do anything about this, but we're sorry. I guess like it's like. What can they do? Why even talk? You know what? They should have just shut up.
Yeah.
But, oh well. Anyways, Brent, what you got?
Let's see. Fortnite is going to keep the no building thing. Did you hear about this? They took building out for a little bit.
We did talk about this on the last episode, but I didn't know if I don't know if we talked about it staying. Like, how is it like staying for good?
It's officially like a new mode in Fortnite. You can play no building mode, and it's like permanently here to stay. I guess the community responded so positively to them taking building out that they're like, all right, we'll just make it a thing, you know?
Sucks for the people who like building was like their thing.
Well, they're still building too. You can play like classic mode, you know what I mean? But you can also play no build mode.
I feel like no build mode's going to become the main mode.
The meta, yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's what I'm going to be playing. Fuck building. Fuck all these people building. I mean, Fortnite has honestly got a lot of fun shit to do, but it's hard to enjoy it because people just build a whole mountain over you and just kill you, you know? Like, I'll outshoot most of these people until they like build me in a box with spikes on every side, you know what I mean?
Put you in a salt trap.
It's true.
No, yeah. Okay. Here's some more big news for Xbox. Bernie Sanders and 3 other U.S. senators have raised concerns about Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Yeah, quote, I guess this is going to be Bernie Sanders.
What the fuck does Bernie Sanders care about Activision Blizzard and Microsoft?
He doesn't like corporations. But how does he sound? He's like, we are deeply concerned. How does he say? He's got like that weird like.
Oh man, I had it in my head, and then all of a sudden I heard your crazy like Goodfellas like. Hold on.
Yeah, come on, Brett, you got it.
Hold on, let me see. Can I see?
Yeah, take the "we are deeply concerned."
We are No, I can't. Even. We are deeply concerned. No, I want to do the same voice you were doing.
Hold on. Now we gotta listen to it. Basically. It says, we are deeply concerned about consolidation in the tech industry and its impact on workers. Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Cory Booker, and Sheldon Whitehouse wrote, per the Wall Street Journal. According to a letter sent to the FTC, which you can see in a tweet, the senators are worried that the acquisition, could cause issues experienced by Activision Blizzard employees to be forgotten or made harder to solve. Quote, workers at Activision Blizzard, following years of rampant sexual misconduct and discrimination and unfair labor practices, have led calls for greater transparency and accountability in the gaming industry. And we are deeply concerned that this acquisition could further disenfranchise these workers and prevent their voices from being heard, the senator's letter reads. When was Bernie Sanders and fucking... like, Elizabeth Warren paying attention to the gaming industry? Like, when were they just like, oh, like.
If anything, Microsoft will keep Activision's like nefarious bullshit in check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they have a way better reputation than Activision it does by itself. Or maybe it's not even Activision, it's Blizzard, right? Like, fucking, I know they're different companies, but Activision got acquired by Blizzard at one point. I think Blizzard is like the
issue here.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, Bobby Kotick is supposed to be out if Xbox takes over. And if they don't, Bobby Kotick ain't gonna leave. Like.
Yeah. Xbox is cleaning it up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So it says, as this proposed deal moves forward in the review process, the Federal Trade Commission should assess whether the ways in which these companies have failed to protect the rights and dignity of their workers are driven by monopsony, power, or amount to anti-competitive harms in our labor market. And if so, if the merger will exacerbate these problems. What does that even mean?
Jeffrey says, Bernie Sanders has a level 72 night elf druid. He just wants to keep his moonkin.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. The fact that he knows anything about this acquisition and talks about it like he's got like this stake in it, dude. Like, he's just like, no, we got to care about these people. Like, first off, if you did, you'd let this acquisition happen. Second, like, you don't know what you're talking about because you're just seeing like, oh, two corporations are merging, therefore it's evil. It's like, no, like, Bobby Kotick is evil. Let's do something about Bobby Kotick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But whatever. They must have not looked too hard into this. They're just trying to reach for points. But
yeah, I'm usually on Bernie Sanders' side politically, but this instance,
yeah,
I just can't.
I'm good.
I can't get behind that.
No, definitely not.
Anyways,
Activision Blizzard, blah blah blah. We know they've been dealing with a bunch of stuff, and they actually recently settled. Activision Blizzard recently settled one of the several ongoing lawsuits, creating an $18 million fund to compensate eligible claimants, as well as to continue enhancing policies, practices, and training to prevent harassment and discrimination in the workplace, not to mention engaging a third-party equal employment opportunity consultant approved by the EEOC. Wow, that's great.
What's the EEOC?
It's like some board that I guess regulates people like Bobby Kotick. They're like, hey, you take this guy, you ain't gonna get in trouble. We're the EEOC.
No Bobby Kotick's around here.
No. But anyways, Brett, what you got?
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about PlayStation. Here's something that's real scummy.
Okay, all right.
Just after the release of the new upgraded, Grand Theft Auto Online, Rockstar Games has announced a new subscription offering for Grand Theft Auto 5's multiplayer mode, Grand Theft Auto Online. GTA Plus is a new membership program launching in March 29th on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S that provides members with access to various extras and bonuses. The subscription costs $6 a month. Please don't pay for this, people. Please don't pay for this.
Can we get GTA 6?
Can y'all just stop? Like, god damn. I downloaded it because it was free, and now I see why. They're trying to trick you into buying the damn...
A subscription service to a game that's been free.
Like, hell no, dude. This is like the Fallout First thing. People need to be outraged about this. You know what I mean?
No, this is getting to the point where SNL is going to make a skit. Like, whenever you're on that level of notoriety, like, you already know... Eventually it's coming. They're going to make a skit about like some ad like for GTA 5, but like, it's building up like it's GTA 6. I can already see it. And then they're going to be like, but buy the subscription service. And then on top of that, like they're going to be throwing out like all this extra stuff, but my thing is like, I'm fucking tired of Grand Theft Auto. All right. If you guys aren't going to make GTA 6, just stop.
I'm sure as shit not going to pay $6 a month for anything like
for a 10-year-old game.
No.
Is it 10 years?
No.
Or is it 13 at this point? No, it's been 12 years.
No, it came out in 2013, so it's
okay. It's been almost 10 years
or something. But still, ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Goodness,
Anyways,
it's been forever.
Yeah,
I was like living in an apartment, like like where I had just got out of high school, and like it just blows my mind how long ago this game came out, and people still play it like it's new. It's just crazy. And that could be good, That could be a good thing.
It does look fantastic on the new consoles, but like,
yeah,
it's
it's old. It's an old game. Stop it. Stop. Kill it.
I don't care if you keep playing it. Just don't pay for the goddamn subscription service. Like,
yeah.
I pity the fool.
Me too. I always pity the fool. But, okay, so Xbox Game Pass is set to receive a long-awaited family plan, according to a new report from Windows Central. Though Microsoft has offered family plans for Xbox Live Gold for many years, Xbox Game Pass has always been a single-account subscription. That's all reportedly changing with an incoming family plan that will allow users to share the service across multiple consoles and households.
We're pretty much family. We can go halfsies on that shit. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It depends on how many people we can get on the family plan.
Yeah.
We could be paying like nothing.
Yeah, we could get the squad together and just all throw down a little bit for a year.
Yeah,
that would be a sit. I'm down for that if you can
make a whole bank account for the family plan where everybody just.
I literally will only use Game Pass for PC on my computer, pretty much. You know what I mean? So it's like one console out of the way. You know?
Yeah, dude. But yeah, so. It says the report states that a higher tier of Xbox Game Pass will allow up to 5 other players to access the full library, so long as they reside in the same country as the primary account holder.
5?
The new plan is expected to make use of Microsoft's existing family account system used with services like Office 365.
Me, you, and Devin, and Aaron all use Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
Who else could? There's got to be at least one other. I think Aaron Jones uses Game Pass.
Yeah, I think everybody we know.
Yeah,
everybody in the world.
Uses Game
everybody
Pass.
Alive.
If you have if you have an Xbox or a PC and you don't have Game Pass, once again, I pity the fool.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a foolish move.
It's so hard.
You know,
there's so many fools to pity. Anyways, Brent, what you got?
Okay. I'm not going to go into a whole article about it, but Apex Legends has finally gotten a next-gen update for the Xbox Series X and S and PS5. So if you're down for some 4K 60 frames per second Apex, you know, get in there. And they said that pretty soon they're going to add 120 hertz support for both consoles and adaptive trigger support for PlayStation soon.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, good for all you
Long
Apex
time coming. Honestly, they need to do that
there.
with Warzone. They need to do a full makeover with Warzone because, you know.
Yeah, of course.
It's ridiculous, man.
It is ridiculous. Speaking of Warzone, Chris says, I don't have Game Pass.
Chris!
Well, we pity the fool.
Well, you know, pretty soon we might be getting on that family plan.
Yeah, we might have to hop up on the family plan. That's going to be the new thing. It's like,
family plan. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You trying to get on the family plan? I'm going to just like ask everybody. But Call of Duty Warzone can't have multiple main maps available at the same time because the install sizes are too big.
Yeah.
It says an interview with streamer TP, as spotted by PC Gamer, Call of Duty Live operations lead Josh Bridge said he and the team want to include more maps, but the install sizes are quote-unquote fucking crazy. Warzone's original map, but basically you get the point. So we're not ever going to have multiple maps at once on Warzone. It's
Honestly,
just not going to happen.
I appreciate that because, like, okay, like, spoiler alert, I'm playing Call of Duty Cold War, I think. I got it at, like, Game Exchange. It's one of my things I'm going to talk about later.
Yeah.
But I have it installed. I have the full game, Call of Duty Cold War, installed on my PlayStation 5. It takes up 246.6 gigabytes of space on
That's
my
not
PlayStation
enough.
5. That's just the zombies and the campaign and the texture pack and the multiplayer, and that's it.
Yeah, I just,
That's ridiculous, bro. Are you?
I like how even the devs are like, we don't even fucking know, dude.
I don't even have Warzone installed. That's just the fucking game without Warzone. Like, if I were to put Warzone on, it would be my whole fucking hard drive, pretty much. Like, that's
Phoenix on YouTube says, "We family now at Chris." What's up, Phoenix?
Cue the Fast and the Furious memes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should use that for the ads for the Game Pass family plan. Thinking, dude.
Yes, if they could easily get Vin Diesel to like fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. He doesn't do much anymore.
No.
Like he's like Fast and Furious, and then
that's it.
That's it, dude. He just kind of sits around. He owes the gaming community anyways because he hasn't been in a Chronicles of Riddick game in a long time,
Yo,
dude.
those Chronicles of Riddick games. awesome.
They were, dude.
That's something that would be awesome. Even if you just remade one of the old Chronicles of Riddick games, like, oof.
I guess because it's licensed, technically, it'd be really hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, what you got?
Capcom has announced it will pay its workers more money and
Yeah.
introduce an updated bonus system to promote the strategic investment in its personnel. This is happening as Capcom is doing great currently on a revenue and profit basis. In a press release, Capcom said it will pay a salary increase to its workers of about 30% more on average.
Damn.
Yeah, so, you know, that's really great of
Except for you,
Capcom.
Jim. You're going to get the below average part of it.
I feel like it says something, you know. You never hear any, like, bad stories about crunch or, like, sexual harassment coming out of Capcom. You just hear good stories about people getting raises and bonuses. And look at what Capcom's been doing lately. You know what I mean? Like, you got some fucking bangers coming out of Capcom.
Of course.
You got Devil May Cry. You got Resident Evil. You know, like, they're doing their thing over there, bro.
The Street Fighter games, right?
Yeah. Street Fighter's been hot lately. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're doing it.
Doing it big. Yeah. Speaking of devs and stuff, I saw Matt McAuliffe, dude. Did you see that?
Hey, my boy, he's working at Arcane.
Arcane, bro.
Wow, what a step up from where was he working before? That place that made Dreadnought?
No. Or was it Dreadnought? No, they did the Fox game like that, or I forget what it was called, but it was like a 3D Zelda-like game.
He's going up in the world here. You know what I mean?
Very high up.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's dope, and he's moving back to Texas. Good for Matt.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what's up, Matt. Yeah, we gotta. We're just shouting you out. Just giving some flowers to our boy Matt McAuliffe, dude. But anyways, Brent, what you got?
All right.
I'm out of news. So
here's one that I'm really hyped about. Taiwanese studio Red Candle Games has launched a crowdfunding page for its latest game, Nine Souls, which was revealed last year. And within a single day, its first goal was met.
Nice.
Described as a journey of Asian fantasy inspired by combat-heavy games such as Sekiro and Hollow Knight, Nine Souls has you play as Yi, a hero from the past, who is tasked with slaying the 9 alien warlords of a strange realm. This game does look a lot like Hollow Knight with like the blocking mechanics of Sekiro. It looks really neat.
Cool.
And Red Candle Games is the group that made Devotion, and they got shut down so hard by the government. So it's really nice to see the community kind of like rallying behind them.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, helping them get back on their feet with their next project and stuff. So
it's good to see they're still
around.
alive.
Yeah, like they made it through all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And they're still out here making games. So respect to Red Candle Games. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and,
for sure.
I'm excited to see what they do next, and I'm excited that like crowdfunding is a thing because you know, this is one of the, like, they probably wouldn't be able to recoup their costs from their last game without it, you know what I mean? So
definitely
super cool stuff. Let's see. Oh gosh, Fortnite's getting sued over dances again, but this time
what else is new?
but this time the suit comes from Kyle Hanagami, a professional choreographer who has worked with artists including J-Lo, Britney Spears, Blackpink, NSYNC, and more. In a suit he filed on March 29th, lawyers representing Hanagami said sued Epic Games over copyright choreography used in the It's Complicated Dance mode. So he's actually got a real copyright to this time. So like most of the suits have been dropped because there's not like a real legal precedent, but he's got like an actual trademark on this dance. You know what I mean? And so the lawyer has like showed it like side by side and stuff. So they're going to court over this. This is like the first time I feel like Fortnite might actually have like a case against them for a dance that they stole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like trying to make a point. Like, I don't think he wants to settle out of court because I'm sure they're offering him shitloads of money. But I don't think he wants to settle because he wants to like make a statement for all the dances that are getting stolen across the world that people can't like fight for themselves because they don't have their shit like as clearly trademarked as he does. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So. Interesting stuff, you know what I mean? Definitely, definitely be interesting to follow that one as it develops. Let's see.
Hopefully he wins.
Persona 5 is leaving the PlayStation Plus collection. If you're a PlayStation 5 owner,
whack.
You better go get that before it goes bye-bye. Once you claim it, it's yours forever, but, If you're
You got to claim it.
If you're just now getting a PS5, you might be effed, you know. Stanley Parable is getting a new version called Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's going to be coming to PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Switch on April 27th. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and the new version is supposed to have all kinds of new little secrets hidden in it, so I'm super excited about this. Let's see.
Chrono Cross?
What?
Wait, what were we talking about? I'm sorry. Hold on.
This is excuse me, the Stanley Parable.
Oh, Stanley Parable. I don't know why I thought we were talking about Chrono Cross. I was like checking I was making sure our feed was going and everything. I guess my brain was just like, I
thought
want
somebody
Chrono
was
Cross.
talking about Chrono Cross in the feed for a second. I was like, Chrono Cross?
I'm sure in the audio podcast it's gonna be really weird. I'm just like, Chrono Cross. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh.
Sorry.
Graphics cards. Asus has confirmed that it is reducing MSRP aggressively on their 30 series graphics cards. So
Good.
pretty soon it seems like the price will start to go down across the board on graphics cards. So hopefully at some point we'll get closer to that like magical MSRP that
Was long promised.
Yeah, like 3070s are supposed to be $500.
Yep.
You know, I would love the day when that is
So
true.
yeah, if that's ever gonna happen. By the time it'll be $500, we'll be in the 40 series.
Yeah, for real. Let's see. Oh, and that's it.
All right. Well, that's it for the gaming news. We're gonna jump on over to this week's releases, where I'm gonna let you know which brand new games are coming out in the next 7 days. And I've decided to stop looking for prices on these. I'm just going to tell you what games are coming out. If you care enough, you can go look at the price, because it was getting ridiculous.
They're probably either $20 or $60, man. You know?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Anyways, we got Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga
That
coming.
one's $60 for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and that's coming April 5th, 2022, of course.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's going to be coming to... Oh, wait, it says... the galaxy is yours with Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Play through all 9 Star Wars saga films in a brand new Lego game unlike any other. And that's coming to Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, and Series S and X.
Dope.
Yep. And then we got, let's see what else we got here. We got MLB The Show 22 coming to PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox, and Xbox One on April 5th, 2022. Not going to read that one. You know what that is. And then we got Chinatown Detective Agency coming to PC. That's it. On April 7th. This game is Chinatown Detective Agency is a cyber noir point-and-click adventure blending stunning retro design with innovative mechanics. This mystery will take you across Singapore and the world in hot pursuit of criminals, witnesses, and clues.
Okay.
I like point-and-clicks. I'm not going to lie.
That sounds okay.
Yeah, it's like... It's one of those things where it's like, I'm sure it's not going to be great, but it'll be fun.
Might be good, yeah.
And then we got Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition. Maybe that's why I was thinking of Chrono Cross.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, that's coming to PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, RPG. Wait, Xbox One, what? RPG. Okay, it's coming to Xbox One. But anyways, yeah, I think that was just, it like jumped straight into the type of game it is. But anyways, time brings back the epic RPG classic Chrono Cross from the makers of Chrono Trigger. With enhanced original visuals and the inclusion of the additional bonus story, Radical Dreamers Le Trésor Interdit. Yeah, that last part sounds like something very, very anime. But
so is this like a remake of the Chrono Cross? Like not
like remake as in like, you know, Final Fantasy VII
like
remake.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas remake.
Yeah, it's like that more
okay.
so. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look that great, but could be good. Anyways, we got Forgive Me, Father coming to PC on April 7th. This game is Forgive Me, Father is a dark, retro, Lovecraftian horror first-person shooter inspired that pits a priest and a journalist against mountains of madness and their own sanity. Fight eldritch horrors from beyond while battling internal demons to stamp out evil once and for all.
So do we have a gun?
I think so. It's like it looks like 13, like the first person shooter.
Tight. Hold up.
Yeah. It could be. And then we got Godfall coming to Xbox and Xbox One. Yeah. So this was that PlayStation exclusive,
Right.
lifetime exclusive. That was really bad.
Yeah.
That's coming April 7th. I'm not going to read about that. We already know what it is. And we got Medieval 2 Total War coming to iPhone. So there you go, April 7th. And then we got Makoko X coming to PC, Switch, and Xbox One on April 7th.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. Makoko X features nostalgic key-style arcade gameplay filled with cute girls. The goal is assisting girls that need help from weird bosses. Conquer a big portion of the level by drawing around the open space and avoiding enemies.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
No thanks.
Yeah. But anyway, anyways, we also got Out There, Oceans of Time, coming to PC on the 7th. So April 7th. I think this might be like a VR game or something, but it says in Out There Oceans of Time, the sequel to the hit space exploration adventure, set off across a vast, breathtaking comic book galaxy as you and your crew race to stop the legendary alien menace who escaped on your watch.
Okay.
It could be PC. I'm not positive, but
That's VR.
I mean, not
it sounds
VR.
really cool, yeah.
anyways, then we have Slipstream coming to PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox, and Series X and S, and then Xbox One. Slipstream is a racing game inspired by the visuals, music, games, and cars from classic 80s and 90s arcade driving games. Drifting, rewind, and slipstreaming mechanics add depth to the driving gameplay, and the result is a challenging and exciting experience.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be fun. I like 80s and 90s music, you know. And then we have Metal Dogs coming to PS4 and Switch on April 8th. The harsh battle of the combat dog Pochi begins. Set in a world after the destruction of humankind, Metal Dogs is a top-down 3D roguelike adventure game with a fighting dog as the main character.
Phoenix says, did you guys see that they removed building from Fortnite? It's kind of lit now, not going to lie. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. It looks pretty awesome.
It does look dope, but that's just because we suck at building.
Yeah,
that's probably
definitely.
why. But no, I think that's actually it, guys. That's all the games coming out. So
Wow, bad week for games.
bad week for games. Yeah. So we're gonna jump on over to currently playing.
Oh, I got the PS Plus free games here.
Yeah, what you got?
Do we have Xbox free games?
I'll grab them real quick.
Okay, so the PlayStation Plus free games for this month, we're getting SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. We're getting Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, which I think is kind of like Payday, but like with Robin Hood. And then we're getting Slay the Spire.
Oh, that's a good game. That's a really good game.
So, yeah, I think honestly, SpongeBob and Slay the Spire get me pretty hyped up. So
Nice. Okay, so for Xbox, it's Bad as Usual. So
I thought that was the name of the game for a second. I was like, Bad as Usual. I haven't heard of that one.
No, we have another site coming April 1st through the 30th. Hue coming April 16th through May 15th. Outpost Koloki
every time I buy one of those packs of free games from Fanatical, I get Hue.
Really?
I gotten like 10 copies of Hue, dude.
That's how that team's surviving, dude. And then Outpost X Koloki or something like that is coming April 1st through April 15th, and then MX versus ATV Alive is coming April 16th through the 30th.
Yeah, anyway, Unleashed. They're like, yo, we're live over here.
Yeah, give us Unleashed, dude. Unleashed was dope. But anyways, now let's jump into currently playing.
Yeah.
Brent, what's been going on in the world?
Oh, man. Okay, I got a lot to talk about here. First of all, I tried that Shredders game on Xbox Game Pass. Don't play it. It's fucking
Shredders.
Fucking trash, dude.
Which one was that? Was that the one that was supposed to be like Tony Hawk?
No, it's like a snowboarding game. It's kind of like
SSX. That's what it was. Okay.
It's honestly more like a really bad version of Steep. Did you ever play Steep?
No.
Steep is like way better. Like if you're gonna play a snowboarding game, go play Steep. You know.
All right.
Don't play Shredders. Whatever you.
You heard it here. Don't play Shredders.
Yeah, and then I played a little bit of GTA Online. Honestly, the community on GTA
I paid for the
Online,
sub.
No, No, I did. I'm put off, but like the graphics are excellent. Well, actually, not really. Like, okay, so like the character models are terrible still because it's an old ass game, you know. But they're like the ray tracing is some of the best I've ever seen in a game.
Just
so
on really ugly character models.
Yeah, so you have like these beautiful ray trace shadows and like ambient occlusion and like just outlines with the shadows and like just the way the light from your car reflects off of stuff, like it's awesome. But like the actual like cutscenes, like it'll go to a cutscene and it's just like the characters are just like plastic looking, like, you know. It's like, this did not look, I don't remember this looking like this. I think because everything else looks so good now, it makes all the bad look extra bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm enjoying it, you know, a little bit. Like
Rockstar's never really been good at character models, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's always been kind of weird.
Yeah, a little wonky.
So yeah, I played a little bit of that, and then I got Call of Duty Cold War for like $30 at the Game Exchange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll play that. Which I had to delete like half my fucking hard drive for. So I'm a little salty about that, but I'm still having fun with it. The zombies is really good in Call of Duty Cold War. And, like, the campaign, I'm working my way through the campaign. It's really interesting. There's, like, side missions that you don't even have to do in the campaign. Like, you can choose to do them or not. Obviously, I'm going to do them because, like, you know, why not?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. The graphics are excellent. It's really, really good. That's another game with awesome ray tracing. But they only have ray trace shadows in Call of Duty, which makes more of a difference than you would think.
Oh, I'm sure. But
it's really nice. And then, let's see. Okay, so I played that, and then I've been playing Kirby Forgotten Land.
How's that going? Too easy?
Oh, man. You know, it's really easy. I did have one boss recently that was actually kind of hard, though. Fucking the cheetah boss. Like, there's, like, this cheetah thing that you fight in the carnival level or whatever. And, like, all the bosses up to that point were literally just the easiest, mindless shit, you know?
Yeah.
And that cheetah boss is, like... I've fought harder bosses and like it's harder than like half the bosses in Elden Ring. Like,
no,
I'm not
shut up. Dude.
I swear to God, dude, that cheetah was fucking me up, dude.
The secret Soulsborne game.
I don't know
Forgotten
what.
Landed.
Like, I mean, I literally just got done beating like Elden Ring 1.5 times and fucking like. And that cheetah was fucking me up, dude. Like, I don't know. I can't, like...
But is the cheetah... Is it the mechanics that are hard?
I think it was the weapon I was choosing to fight the cheetah with.
Okay.
Like, because I went back after he fucked me up the first time, and I switched weapons, and I had a little bit easier of a time with him, but he was still pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Considering like, there's nothing up to that point in the game that challenged me at all. And then I get to that cheetah, and he was like...
Is there, like, difficulty settings?
Yeah, there's 2 difficulty settings. There's one that's, like, wild mode, which is, like, the hard mode, and then there's, like, you know.
Which one are you on?
I'm on wild mode.
I was about to say, like, I feel like with a Kirby game, you got to put it on hard mode or you're going to be bored.
Definitely, yeah. I put it on the hardest difficulty, and it's not hard at all, except for that cheetah guy.
So is the game boring, though? Have you beat it already?
Nah, it's not boring. What makes the Kirby games fun isn't, like, the difficulty. It's, like, experimenting with all the different abilities. Like, as soon as you run out of abilities to experiment with, that's when the game starts getting boring. You know what I mean? But fortunately, there's, like, tons of different abilities, and you can upgrade most of your abilities with, like, scrolls you find throughout the world. So, like, if you do, like, I don't know, like, say you do, like, a little puzzle where you got to squirt water on all the plants to make them grow, and you make all 8 plants grow, like, a scroll will pop up somewhere in the world. You get the scroll lets you upgrade your spikes to, like, extra long porcupine spikes or something, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, incentive to, like, explore. But I will say this, when the game was, like, announced, everybody was like, oh, open world Kirby game. It's not even close to open world.
That's what I was about to ask. How open is it?
Not even a little bit open. It's very, very linear, like, short, like, you walk straight from this end of the map to that end of the map kind of maps, like Mario 3D World kind of. You know what I mean? But it's very fun. Like, it's okay, imagine Kirby and the Crystal Shards, except instead of going from left to right, you're going from front to back. Like, that's how it feels. Like, it's a lot of fun, though.
See, what I honestly miss is, like, Banjo-Kazooie style games. Like, and it sucks that Mario's, like, the only one doing it right now, but, like, I miss like you just
Where
have
there's like an overworld and you can like.
Yeah, you go to different worlds, and each world it's kind of like that Astro's Playbot or whatever the fuck he is thing, where like you go in and there's a bunch of puzzles in this one big area that you got to solve. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
kind of like that, but like a little more linear. Like
yeah,
like there's a definite like front to back, you know, structure for everything, but there is lots of little side paths you can explore and stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know. It's like a mix between Mario Odyssey and like
3D,
you know,
3D
Kirby
world.
for Game Boy. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's pretty good. I definitely am enjoying it. It's one of those that I'm gonna keep coming back to, but I can't play it for more than like a couple hours at once, or else I'm just like, all right, I need something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I played. Okay, so Aaron Jones talked me into getting Tiny Tina's Wonderland for Borderlands.
How's that
He
going?
gave me a coupon. Well, I played a lot with Aaron, and I think I had a lot of fun because I was playing with Aaron. You know what I mean? Like we went in for a while. I'm like level 8 or something right now, and I haven't jumped back in because like I either want to play my same character in the same game with him,
With someone, yeah.
you know, or I want to start a new character from scratch so I can like have two separate, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just don't have the energy to go through that first part of the game again right now, you know what I mean? But so far I'm having a lot of fun. Basically it's like normal Borderlands, except like most of the guns have like a medieval type skin, like the pistol will have like a crossbow type thing, or like instead of grenades you have spells, so like you'll shoot like, you know, a fireball instead of a, you know, grenade.
See, I was kind of hoping that it would be more in like D&D type thing going on, where like, you know, you're kind of on like a campaign, so things are a little bit more open and different, you know, like
There is like an overworld where like you walk around like a D&D type board, and like you'll get attacked by random encounters and you'll have to like fight them, and then like you take your characters to different areas. That's how like I don't know, that's how you travel pretty much. You go to the overworld and then you like walk your little character to different parts of the map. So I mean like, but for the most part it's just Borderlands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what it looked like.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing if you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, Elden Ring. Man, got to take a breath here. I finished Elden Ring. I completely beat it. I have started a new game plus.
Okay. All right.
And my original plan was to like, okay, new game plus, I'm going to switch my character's stats up, but then I forgot, like, when you start a new game plus, you have to beat the fucking third boss again before you can respec your stats. So I just basically did a boss rush like all the way to
get to her.
Yeah, and like I got to her so fucking fast, and then I beat her and I've respec my stats, and now I'm like magic heavy, and I've got this like flail with like planets on the end of it and stuff, and I'm like shooting planets at people with my like I don't know. It's dope. My guy is fucking dope, dude. I'm like level 150 right now.
Damn.
Super fun game.
Super fun. Yeah, I'm like 123 and I have not beat the game yet.
Oh, see, my thing is I got super stingy with my runes, okay? So, like,
okay.
I have got to the point where I haven't lost a rune in, like, 40 levels. Because, fucking, I got this flask of, like my Wondrous Physic flask or whatever. I found this Erd tree where, like, you can prevent yourself from losing runes. So...
when you die?
Yeah. So, like, if I know I'm about to be in danger, or if, like, I see, like, 30 dudes coming at me, I'm like, I'm drinking one of those flasks real fast, you know? Because, like, if I survive this encounter, then okay, that's fine. If I don't survive this encounter, then at least I get my runes to go back with me, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And then if I do manage to, like, if I get caught off guard by, like, a trap or something, and, like, I have to leave my runes in the environment, I'll run to the runes, but I'll drink the potion first, right? So if I get killed on the way to the runes with the don't lose your runes potion on, even if I don't have my runes yet, my runes will still be there the next time I respawn, because I didn't lose any runes. So the last time I lost my runes was still there. So, like, I am, like, religious about getting my runes. Like, I lost, like, The most runes I've lost is like 20 grand at once, and I was like devastated.
Never
like,
again. Yeah, I've gotten to the point to where I don't care if I lose them because I'm like fighting like the end area, like so I just get them back.
I wish I could jump in your game, man. Like dude.
I'm right now. I'm fighting the what's that dude's name who has like 2 phases where he like turns into a big fluorescent like squid thing. Like I don't even know what it is. Like amoeba looking thing.
Oh man.
His like Ragadon or something. Not Radon, but there's like another one that's close to that. But basically he's like the second to last boss. Like I fight him and then I think I fight Melania.
Oh, is it like right before you fight like the Elden like tree guy, the Elden beast dude?
Don't know. I have no idea. It's like he's in like.
Are you back at the Erd tree or the?
Yes, in the tree, like like in the capital area, like where you go up to the tree, basically.
Okay, so you're right before that.
Yeah.
You're right before the actual tree itself.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So you're right at the end of the game.
Yes. Like
this is like you're like 2 fights away from the end of the game right here.
Well, and I would have probably been done by now, but I took the like a week off of just because like Farley and everything. I just wasn't playing anything besides like my Game Boy. Like I play it, and so that's like last week I played a lot of Game Boy Color. Like I beat Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, that reminds me. You said you're gonna build a Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah.
I found X-Men Reign of the Apocalypse for Game Boy Advance.
Hell yeah, dude.
You, bro.
Thanks for bringing that.
Yeah,
we got X-Men Reign of the Apocalypse. Don't know if you guys have ever played that, but it's a classic.
It's a good one.
But yeah, so yeah, that's the next thing I'm doing. But I beat Pokemon Yellow.
Dope.
I beat Donkey Kong Country on my Game Boy Color, and then
that's fun.
my little sister bought me Mario Tennis, so I'll have that soon. And then I noticed that like while I'm playing work, I can like sit there and play this game called I let you
the
play
Tetris thing.
Yeah, it was like Cluster.
Yeah,
it's basically Tetris, but it doesn't have you can't save your score or anything because it's a game without like a save battery. So I decided, I was like, dude, I want a really good puzzle game that I can play like while I'm working and not really have to think too hard about it, but I want it to be fun and to save my score and stuff. And I went on and I was like, I never played Pokemon Puzzle Challenge for the Game Boy Color. Bought that shit. So I got Pokemon Puzzle Challenge coming, which apparently is a really good fucking puzzle game. So like everything I've read about it is like it's like Tetris Attack mixed with something else, but you also have like the story. So like you're like battling other like the Johto what are they called? Why did I just forget? Not trainers, gym leaders. Like by doing puzzle battles, like basically, and like so you have your Pokemon on the side and then their Pokemon's up top and you're like battling through all this stuff. It's kind of like how back in the day they just turned everything into an RPG no matter what it was, which is awesome. So I'm going to have that this week and give that a go, and then Mario Tennis and whatnot. So it'll be a fun week.
We need to get you the Pokemon trading card game, dude. That was my shit there.
That's the next one I'm buying, just because I want to play through that. See how that holds up.
That was so much fun to me as a kid. Like, I was super into that.
Oh, me too. They had that. They made a sequel that only came out in Japan.
What? Oh, yeah. I saw the ROM for that, actually, a while back when I was, like, browsing ROMs.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. It's like, why did they think we wouldn't want it?
Yeah, I know. That's super mean of them to just, like, leave us out on that one. Yeah.
That's one of those games.
Fire, dude.
Oh, yeah. That's a game that needs a remake and needs to come to Switch with, like, modern-day Pokemon cards and everything.
Dude, that would be sick.
They're wasting their money over there, dude. Like,
I wouldn't mind like a Yu-Gi-Oh RPG like that too, where you like actually walk around and like like sure there's fun Yu-Gi-Oh games out there, but none like
not like a Pokemon.
It's not very there was one they did a while back on Game Boy Advance like for Yu-Gi-Oh. It was called like GX Duel Academy or something, and it had like a story baked into it, and it was really cool. But it's like, it wasn't, you didn't have a character walking around because it was Game Boy Advance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did the best they could. I think that's the closest that I've ever played to something like what I want out of a Yu-Gi-Oh game. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And that's what I liked about Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color, is that it was like a Pokemon RPG. Like except for instead of battles, you play matches. You know,
it's
like
incredible that they made the tennis feel so decent on a Game Boy game.
Oh, yeah.
too, you know, like it feels
It's
like
legit.
good tennis. Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I was looking at like a list of the top like Game Boy Color games, and there's one or not Pokemon, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone pops up on a lot of them. Like, because apparently they made it an RPG. Like, it's like an actual
Really?
like full-fledged RPG.
yo, I need that.
Yeah, so I'm
That's probably
definitely gonna
fire.
grab that shit, dude.
You know, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone had like a lot of good like games, and it came out in that era where like a different developer would make the game for a different hardware. And I feel like that's one game where everybody was in a race to make it as good as they could for the hardware they were on, because like there's so many different versions of it, and every single one of them is just great.
It's awesome.
Like
yeah.
the PlayStation one is great, the N64 one is great, the PC one is great, the Xbox one is great, but they're all just totally different.
Yeah.
Like it's wild.
Good times, man.
It really is. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I've been doing and playing. But next week I'll have played more. I'm back to jumping on Elden Ring finally. So
yeah, I would recommend getting another like 10 levels on your belt before you go up to where you're at right now.
Gotcha.
To be honest with you, you know what I mean.
Get to like 130 or 140.
140 probably is what I would, maybe 135 or something. You know what I mean? Like, and like when the final boss, I ended up just tanking my character out. I put like 60 into my vigor, and like I had like all my health flasks and no magic flasks, and I was just.
Were you still Dex at this point?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it was. My character, man, I love my little guy, dude. I'm actually, now that I've respect him, he's like not even close to how strong he was, but I'm having more fun now because I'm switching it up. You know what I mean? So.
Nice.
I'm just having fun now at this point.
Yeah, just having fun with it. But anyways, that's it for currently playing. If you want to let us know what you've been playing, drop it in the chat or in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GamespeakPodcast, comments, wherever. It doesn't matter. We'll talk with you about it.
I think I might do Demon Souls next. Because I have the Demon Souls remake. I've just been so preoccupied with Elden Ring, it's hard for me to like get up
for PS5.
Yeah, totally.
I think the problem now is that like after Elden Ring, everything's gonna feel too linear. Like,
well, see, okay, I definitely feel that. Like, I am gonna miss like exploring and stuff, but I wouldn't mind a new challenge because New Game Plus going through Elden Ring, it doesn't feel as like
hard,
exciting as the first time I played through it, because I know where most of the stuff is, and like, yeah, sure, every now and then I get a nice little surprise, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, generally speaking, there's like a magic that was there the first run through that isn't there
that is
this
now
time,
lost.
you know? So maybe playing through Demon Souls for the first time would have like a magic just for it being new, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I hear Demon Souls is like one of the hardest like Souls games.
I know they don't have an Estus Flask situation in Demon Souls. Like, you just find health in the world and you like use health. Like, I don't know, that sounds
fucking horrible
to me, you know? But I have also seen like pictures of Demon Souls and like Blue Point did an amazing job. Like, it looks so good, like graphically.
Not only graphically, it's like they built it from the ground up, like this remake. So they didn't even use like the source code. They had to remake the physics and all that stuff, which is insane because apparently people who, played the original feel like this is like exactly the same. So pretty cool. But anyways, so we're going to jump on over to the topic of the show, which is a sad topic of the show. It's saying goodbye and remembering E3. They're saying goodbye to and remembering E3. Yeah, E3 is it's basically gone. I mean, we saw this coming.
Yeah.
But it's now that it's gone.
We had that little tingling of hope that maybe it would just stick around, survive to the next year. But it looks like the nail is officially in the coffin.
Yeah. They basically said that it is canceled. Or at least this year. They said for 2022, but I think that means forever. So.
But I mean, yeah, as the rest of the world goes back to normal and E3 is forever like canceled for this, like of all the years you would go back to being normal, this would be the one to do it.
This is the year.
So the fact that you're canceling it, it's like, oh, that's a bad sign.
Good, yeah. So they said they canceled the digital and the physical version of E3. So there's nothing. E3's gone. Now, I brought up the wiki just so we could have like a little history of E3. You know, just the beginning and whatnot. So
we got to go through some of the some of the greatest moments in gaming history have happened at E3 or been a direct result of E3. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. For those of you who don't know, E3, short for Electronic Entertainment Expo, is a trade event for the video game industry. The Entertainment Software Association, or ESA, organizes and presents E3, which many developers, publishers, hardware, and accessory manufacturers use to introduce and advertise upcoming games and game-related merchandise to retailers and to members of the press. So they have like a floor, like a show floor, where everybody goes and they get to play games before they come out and all this stuff. And it's a lot of press. And actually, up until 2017, press was the only people that could go. Like developers, press, and
you had to like be somebody to get to E3. Like,
yeah, I remember as a kid we would just like dream about like going to E3, dude.
Yeah, you'd see all these reporters on the E3 floor trying out all the new games, and it was like, whoa, dude.
Oh yeah,
you know, that's probably the place to be right there.
Yep. And okay, so E3 originally started in 1995.
Wow.
26 years E3 has been a thing. And it will no longer. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy to think about that it's been here for that long. So many, it was around, you know, back whenever, certain game like Sega no longer has consoles, you know, like they were there for when Sega was putting out consoles and stuff. It's just crazy.
I remember when G4 would broadcast the like E3 footage, you know what I mean? Like
oh yeah.
Oh man.
With Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb as like the host. And you know, so like the picture behind us, if you're watching the live feed, is actually from the year 2000 at E3. So E3 2000, dude. This was whenever they were showing off the Xbox and the GameCube, and the Dreamcast was still out. Yeah,
look at that. Wow.
Yeah, the PS2. Like this was a big year, you know. And like I specifically remember, I think that year, like watching E3, like watching 2000, and then I think the biggest one that I remember was whenever they were showing off the 360.
Oh yeah,
like
the Kinect and stuff.
Oh gosh, it was ridiculous.
They made the Kinect seem like it was gonna be just the next level
game, dude.
of shit. Like
you were gonna be able to like fucking what was that dude, Milo or whatever?
They had like a little kid in your Xbox that you could talk to through the Kinect called Milo, and he was basically like Hey You Pikachu, but like way more advanced.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He was like AI that could learn and think, and then like take over your whole house. Yeah, and like when he died, he really died. No, but like yeah, like they showed like you could like draw him something and then hand him the paper through the Kinect, and then he'd show you your drawing and be like, oh, thank you, you know, like a digital version of it.
It was weird.
It was weird and never happened. But there's a lot of cool stuff shown off at E3 over the years, man. Pokemon was a big one.
Goodness.
It's like just everything, dude.
Nintendo was one of the first people to really like kind of distance themselves from E3, even though they've participated every year. You know, like they kind of always have been at an arm's length with their little treehouse E3s. You know, that aren't like officially at E3. They're just kind of like doing stuff at the same time as E3. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And yeah, they're just kind of across the street at a different building. Like, but you know, it was like we were saying, we saw this coming, you know, and the reason why I think is because every company realizes that they have enough of an audience on their own that if they just put out their own thing, they can save millions of dollars, like, and then get the same results, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Sony does their little state of plays all the time, which are massively successful at getting their point across.
Yep.
You know, same
Nintendo
with
Direct.
Nintendo Direct. Xbox is the only one that's still doing like presentations, like the fucking
Game Awards and all that,
which I think is a great thing. You know, to get on with platforms like that. You know, and that's another thing to talk about. You know, this is going to definitely send a lot of games to the Game Awards, you know? Like, a lot of people that would want to showcase their thing at E3 are going to end up having to move their thing to the Game Awards, you know? These third-party developers that don't have the money to, like, do their own little showcase like Sony, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, for sure. I think Game Awards should just become the new, trade, you know, convention for the gaming industry.
It makes more sense than E3 anyways, technically. You know what I mean?
There's a
Like,
reason to be there, kind of. Like, or make it like a weekend thing, like have like a show floor, you know, which I think they are doing that with the Game Awards now, like having a show floor.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like just do a show floor and then have the Game Awards, you know, and like that could take over E3. But it is going to suck just knowing that E3 doesn't exist anymore. It's just another...
It's kind of like Warped Tour or something, you know? Like, it's sad
to
just know that it doesn't happen, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So what's your like E3 gaming memory? Like, did you bring any, or is it just in general?
Man, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, all the ones we just talked about, you know, I guess.
Yeah. I specifically remember a time at your house when I think I was like 11, because I would always have to watch G4 at your house. We didn't have G4 at my place, but I remember we were watching it and they were showing like all these like people just like camping out, like waiting outside and shit, and like the hype was real, dude. It was just like, and they were like, oh yeah, we're like staying at the hotel across the way, you know, like we got our press tickets, and like in my head I was like, dude, one day I'm going to E3. Like I made that like a goal in my mind.
Dude, that was a goal. That was a goal in my mind until like the day I realized E3 is not going to be a thing anymore. Like I held on to that goal.
Yep.
Like I still would love to do it, but it's just not possible.
It's not possible.
You know, like
I feel like if COVID wasn't or wouldn't have been a thing, we probably would have
at least a few more years of E3.
Yeah.
I feel like it really expedited the death of E3, you know?
Yeah. And I remember when they opened it up to the public, and just like we were still kids back then too. We were still, I mean, not really. I guess 2017 we weren't, but I could have swore they opened it up for a little bit, or like they were talking about it back in the day, and we were like, dude, if they open it, we're going. But it never happened. So, but
at least we got the Game Awards still. If Joseph Ferris doesn't slap somebody like fucking Will Smith fucking at this Game Awards,
he needs to.
He needs to.
I want him to. You know, like I don't want Will Smith to do it, but I do want Joseph Ferris to do it for some reason.
And then I need a comedian that he slaps to be like, Joseph Ferris just slapped the shit out of me. We just need to get Chris Rock to just get the shit slapped out of him at every award.
That becomes this new shtick.
Yeah.
You know?
I just got the shit slapped out of me.
There's been so many fucking memes, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Like so many.
It's pretty great.
The one that she sent me of Leorio punching Gene.
Gene, yeah.
So I saw like that same one, but it was they had put Gon and Pito.
Oh, that's good.
Anyways, yeah, okay. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not much more to say other than what we have said. Like, you know, goodbye to E3. You know, this is our farewell.
So where do we go from here, though?
Yeah,
you know, that's the real question. I guess we all move it on to the Game
State
Awards,
of Plays, to the Game
know?
Awards, State of Plays. Honestly, let's be real. This is a good thing.
Yeah,
this is a good thing. It's one less convention to worry about. Like we
way
know
less cringe in the world.
Oh, so much. Well, Game Awards is kind of taking
double up on the cringe in the Game Awards. Yeah.
They kind of just take it. Like no, it's something about the games industry. We're not allowed to not be cringe. Like we kind of have to.
The cringiest community.
Yeah, and it's like the most corporate, like weird thing in this like industry that's supposed to be like rebellious. Like I don't understand. Well, I
guess we're just all nerds at the end of the day.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just because they're nerds, but like it's just weird, like watching them like read these like prompts and then like just read it the way that they do. They're just like, wow, I really can't wait to play this one, Jeff. And Jeff's like, well, you know you will in 2023. You know, it's like, what the fuck? But I guess you got to do what you got to do. But anyways, so R.I.P. E3. You were always a good show to us, you know, even though we were watching you die.
We hardly knew you.
We hardly knew you for 26 years. But anyways, so let's jump on over to the listener questions, since we'll just give it to whoever it was that asked earlier, the Smash main.
I think we had two questions earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, we
had.
Let's see. What do you think about Yeah, we were going to do who should have played Master Chief or who could play Master Chief. And then there's also Smash Main.
I think let's do Smash Main.
Okay. All right. Smash Main.
That was Jeffrey Lewis, right?
Yeah, Jeffrey Lewis.
You're the champ.
The champion. Definitely Toon Link, dude. I don't know why.
You got a Toon Linker over here.
That's me, dude. I don't know why.
The guy who got to the finals in the tournament with me earlier was a Link main.
See, Link main is dumb. All right, I'm sorry, but Link main.
He was good with Link.
Oh,
man.
I'm sure he was, but I'm just saying, it's like when there's Toon Link though, why even fuck with Link? Link's like a slowed down, shittier version of Toon Link. Toon Link's just fast as fuck.
Link's got like reach though, you know what I mean? Like Link has that area of attack, you know what I mean? When he does this like spinny jump attack, he can get you from a distance.
That's true.
Know?
That's true. I did play a lot with Link in the old like games, but in this is ever since Melee.
Link's down A is brutal too, dude. Like they're all pretty good with the down A. Honestly, all the Links have their own thing going for them. Even Young Link.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know how I feel about Young Link though. It's all I don't know. Young Link.
You're not the only person who feels that way, but I like Young Link. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just kind of weird. You know, who's your main, by the way?
King D.
See, I knew this. I feel like that's like I remember you beating our ass with him. Like
he's my best character for sure. He's who I went through the tournament with earlier.
Did you lose at all?
Not in the tournament while I was playing as D.
Okay,
but
I didn't know how
we played a few fun rounds afterwards, and I got once while I was playing Pac-Man.
Damn.
But
yeah.
I like Pac-Man too, but he's not who I. You know, Pac-Man and Rob are like fun characters that I'm kind of good with, but I wouldn't ever like enter a tournament with them.
Yeah.
You know.
You going D all the way, dude.
Yeah, and Mewtwo's pretty good too, but I don't know.
Not skilled enough with him yet, or
I'm
what?
good with Mewtwo. I just don't. I think DDD is my best. You know what I mean? I can't compare any of the other characters because like I just am fully competent with DDD.
He's got a wide AOE, dude. He's like his reach and like his area of effect is just like intense.
The problem with DDD is like the only two moves he has that aren't super duper slow are his normal A attack and his like grab move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you're fighting against somebody really fast, you have to like make them aware that you can hit them fast. You know what I mean? So you got to sneak in a quick attack on them every now and then just to let them know like, hey, I'm not just slow attacks. You know what I mean? Like don't get too close. The way to take out DDD, though, my kryptonite as DDD is, like, characters that'll come down on you, like, with a down A, like Game & Watch's little key thing, or, like...
Kirby.
Or
not Kirby.
No, Kirby's a great example. He's got the brick. You know, stuff like that really fucks with you if you're DDD.
The brick spam is redonkulous.
Yeah,
Kirby. Man. Shout out to AJ. No, but, yeah. No, good question. Now let's do the actors who could play Master Chief.
Batista. No, I'm just kidding.
God, that would be horrible.
The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He already was Doom Guy, and that was bad.
Yeah,
that was really bad. I personally think Tom Jane would make a good Master Chief, especially if they never showed his face. Like, just let him be the voice, you know, like, and the like move around as the character. He's old now, but he's still got that voice. You know what I'm saying? That I think could definitely pass as a Master Chief.
All right, if it was just the voice, right, and like we don't ever see their face at all, Ron Perlman. I could see that. I think Ron Perlman would kill it as the voice of Master Chief. Like, definitely not the body or, like, the look at all, you know?
He's like a tough Will Ferrell. That's the way I like, physically, he looks like that.
Well, the only reason I think Ron Perlman specifically is because his voiceover work that he's done in the past. Like, he's got some excellent, like, most of the UFC fight nights, this is going to sound crazy, but at the beginning of the show, they do like a cut, and it's like, you know, what led up to the fight or whatever, and they're like, tonight on the UFC, so-and-so takes on so-and-so, and fucking Ron Perlman does those. Like,
really?
Most of them. Like, not all of them, like, you know, they can't get him every week, but, like, he does, like, 80% of those little promos, and he kills it. And he's got this like deep voice. I don't know. It just leads me to believe he's so matter of fact and like professional sounding about it. It's like, dude, he would be, I don't know, he would kill it as Master Chief. You know what I mean? I really think.
Definitely. I have to go and listen to his voice now because I don't remember. I just remember what he looks like. But yeah, I think he would be good. Just in general, even if you just based it off of how he's built, like I think he would be a good chief. Or like maybe what's that dude's name? Idris Elba. I feel like he would have been a good chief.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, he's just got that like masculinity, like I don't know. He's like
oozes.
Yeah, he's just the alpha male, dude. That's the thing. Whoever you choose for chief has to be like just like that masculine, like but.
Who's that one karate guy who's like the American Idris Elba? Michael Jai White, bro.
Oh, dude, yes. Yes.
He would be great.
You know what would be funny if they just put Denzel Washington.
Like, Cortana, you mad motherfucker.
Anyways, but yeah, good questions. Sorry we didn't ask for any this week. We'll definitely drop some next week. Yeah, so Brent, did you have a last part, or are we?
Oh yeah, so okay, I couldn't think of what to do again this week, so I just decided I'd give you guys a free game. So if you made it this far, I got some free PC games for Steam here for you.
Ooh.
So I'll give you some.
And I will not take them.
Yeah,
that's up for you guys.
Jamel won't even steal them this time. So let me just find those real quick, and I'll hook you guys up. They're not the best games ever. I'll just be real with you.
A free game's a free game.
I was about to say, a free game's a free game. So look, we got Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Layer. This one's kind of cool because if you have VR, there's a cool mod for it, and like you can play the whole game in VR, which is pretty neat. So if this is a Steam code, by the way, type in B4I9E-P-K2YTM8AGP. And if that I might be an L, but I think it's an I. So if it doesn't work, try it with an L. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, so moving on. I got Hob here for you, which is
I don't know what that is.
I don't either,
sure.
but it's not. I think it's a pretty cool game. You can check it out if you got a computer. It's gonna be 9R9HN AK5PVRXAN2. So that's Hob for you. And then I got one more. It's Torchlight. So that'll be VLC4T. MRWX6XXHDZ. So that's Torchlight. Yeah, so check those out. Free games. That's what you get when you listen to GameSpeak podcast. Free shit, because we just do it like that,
Oh, yeah. We just give free shit away.
Yeah.
Welcome to GameSpeak podcast. No. But anyways, thanks so much for chilling out in the chat with us. We had quite a bit of people today, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thanks for the people chatting as well. And if you're listening at home, we love you too. If you're just driving your car and you got that audio version playing, just keep it up. We love it. Anyways, remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, and YouTube.com/CreateForSanity every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group, or, just drop it in the chat like you did today. And then check the video version, like the non-live version, on the YouTube channel about 2 days from now. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JofferJamel, and Brent at Brent has one. That's the number one. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time,